your eyes better.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Throwing is Perkins. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
To throw is Perkins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Slot man moves right. Now Perkins. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Perkins. A dump off here to Bolden. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hawk 70, Hawk, corner 70.
Back to throw. Perkins looking deep for Adams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
19, Pioneer.
Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
60 Eagles, 19 White. Panther 11, Panther 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. You got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Geno. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Touchdown, Seahawks. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 6 and 4 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where they're open.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Reload, reload.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, guys. Drop 60, drop 60.
On 3rd down, Perkins. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Come on.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Raiders 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytic.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Off the play fake. Perkins. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He came through with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's only got left to prevent the first down.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
No check.
Now they pitch to Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Gino on first down. That completes it again to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To throw on 2nd down, Perkins. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On first down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Touchdown! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go with Jacobs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Now,
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And room there to work it inside the 25. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Right there, right there.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Adams, the man in motion left.
Unlock line. Check it.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 53 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Here's Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Probably not to stretch for this one. This is fourth down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Let's go now.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, it's Smith. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the red zone now, Smith. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On second down, here's Penny.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They're pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now it's Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Ready.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. In motion, the tight end. On second down, Jacobs.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First down, here's White. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They go right back to White here on first down.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Running out of the gun with White. And a short gain here down to the 22. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Check pass. Check pass.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight, get it spread out a little bit and try and find some room to operate.
Hold it ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Raiders! Zamir White from 8 yards out. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Throwing now, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So